This is a nice thank you episode.
Oh, yes.
To all of our fine fans and supporters that have supported us over this past first season. It's been incredible, Chris. I mean, really, it's been such an experience.
When they say the journey is the destination, this is exactly what they mean.
That's a great way of putting it.
You know, every day we arrive with a new, well, every week we arrive with a new guest, right? Which is quite amazing. It's 27 guests since August 1st. I'm very proud of our guests coming on this show, of the way the show is going. It's very, 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 very fantastic.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, how else you put it? Talking about living your dreams, like you said, the journey, this whole process has been nothing but a dream. Yeah, the guests have been fantastic, from actors to entrepreneurs, people in politics. We have everything. I mean, it's been incredible. Entrepreneur marketing. Yeah, it's just been such a fun experience from start to finish so far. This has been great.
It's fabulous. I mean, we're living our dreams. At the same time, we have guests on that are telling us how to live these dreams. It's not only the ups of the journey, the ups, the downs, the sort of roller coaster called life. We experience this all through our guests. As I said, they're telling the true story of how they got there, which is like blueprint for success, basically.
Oh, 100% it is. And talking about the ups and downs, the journeys, how did you feel when we first started this process, right? I mean, everybody always asks, we're asking everybody else, how did they feel with the process? How did they start their journey? Well, how did your journey start with this podcast opportunity? Because now we're here, we're doing it. People would love to hear your perspective of how this whole journey of the podcast started and how your perspective of it is.
I mean, I love to tell the story. I mean, starting back from during the pandemic, I'm very proud of us as a team, you know, making 2 films during the pandemic when most people weren't filming anything, right? We had Uninvited for the Holidays. We have Coco, great films that came out and during the time when most people weren't filming. So that was very special. Then after that hurdle, we come into a writer's strike followed by a SAG strike, and now we can't do film or TV, which is our passion. We love to make film and TV for our viewers. Our cameraman, Tim Reeves, mentions that maybe you guys should have a podcast because you guys talk about film all the time anyway. And that was like a light bulb went off in our head. It's like, wait, we could do a podcast, which is not crossing the picket line. So we felt good about that as being union actors, not crossing the picket line, be able to create content again and create content which we can release every week versus a film, which, you know, takes a year or more of our time to get it out there. So this is like, it's a great feeling to have this quick return on investment of our time.
Look at that passion behind that answer. I mean, it's exciting, isn't it? Like you said, I mean, I love the fact, whereas content creators now, it's such a different turnaround, right? And you're absolutely right about that. For anybody out there that has ever created a feature film or is thinking about doing it, it is quite a process to create a feature, especially if you're getting into features that have significant budgets. There's a long phrase. I mean, you're actually sitting there from first development, trying to raise the financing. Then you're developing the picture. You're raising money for more actors and your crew members and to get people on board. Then you have pre-production, production. I mean, really, it's like a 2-year process plus.
Yes.
I mean, let's not even talk about the financing. That could be a 5-year process of its own right.
Sure.
If the money's in, it's still at a minimum a year process to shoot the film, get it out, get it marketed, get it seen. That's a long turnaround for a content creator. Again, we love doing it.
Yeah.
But this process has been incredible.
I know.
Where you could have guests come in, you have your editors sit down, and then you have content coming out on a weekly basis. I mean, for us, it came from the feature film world. What a different, you know, whole pipeline of work that we're living through now.
Didn't know this existed until it happened. You know, it was really wild. And, you know, podcasts are doing really well. Happened to be a topic on everyone's mind these days.
Yeah.
For us personally to go with the release in August 1st and have our 27th episode just recently released last Thursday, this will be the 28th.
Yes. Yep.
So 28 episodes from August 1st, 2023. I mean...
It's nonstop.
Yeah, I'm really living my dream with regard to be able to produce something consistently. This is a great forum for people to tell their stories. Like I say, for years, we've been making stories with regard to film and TV for people to see around the world to tell this story that needs to be told, right? Someone can identify with that story or what the character is going through in that story. Over here now, we're giving our guests a platform to tell their stories around the world, which can once again, people can identify with this story. You may not be a doctor, you may not be a construction developer, you may not be a film actor, but you can identify with the passion that goes behind pursuing your dream on a daily basis with regard to the obstacles that you're presented with and to keep going without ever giving up.
No, that's so well put, Chris, really. And everybody, regardless of what they're going through in life, even personal relationships, are going to go through ups and downs, the peaks and valleys. And it's great seeing everybody's journey. Very humanizing, getting to see everybody come in there, these huge entrepreneurs going, you know, it's not just easy for everybody. It's hard for them too.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very difficult journey to build anything from start to finish. But building this podcast has been quite a dream. This has been probably this may be the most fun I've been having.
Oh yeah.
In years. You know what I mean? Not that I'm not having fun in the other things we do. I mean,
fun, but this is another level of fun.
This is just a great time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just having such a good time doing it. And again, seeing the reactions of the fans. I mean, you hope that people are going to like what you do.
Yes.
Especially now, you know, being out there as ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We're not being characters, not just directors or producers behind the scenes. It's us on camera. And to see the reactions has been wow. I mean, overwhelming to have the fan support and the support of sponsors coming on board. I mean, we already had multiple sponsors in season 1. Very grateful for all of our sponsors. All of them have been so fantastic, really generous people that have, you know, come on board and helped us out. But to have that happen, I mean, it's really just incredible that people are really taking to what we're doing.
I'm loving it. I mean, just recently, today or yesterday, I saw a post with Dr. Kellyanne.
Yes.
She has this bone broth, which is famous around the world. And Mario Lopez and his wife just talked about how it helped him in his journey for health. And he's always been a healthy guy, but everyone still has some issues at times, and they have to resort to maybe a natural practitioner to get that help that they need, and he got it.
Oh, he got it. Dr. Kellyanne was what an amazing guest she was, really.
Yes.
And you guys have to check out her episode. We'll have it in links below. Mm-hmm. She was just a class act from start to finish. Gave such knowledge. You know, she came on, and she didn't just talk about, and she barely talked about her own product.
Yes.
She wanted to come on and be able to guide and to help young entrepreneurs, young people with a dream, people that are starting their business, and give them the guidance of how to start and believe in what they're doing. And not just that, but how to scale. The most important thing Dr. Kellyanne talked about was scaling a business. She talked about the importance of scaling a business, understanding the importance of mentors and getting the right people around you and hiring the right people to make you rise to that next level. She was very adamant in that.
Oh, I mean,
that was great.
It's amazing. Not only her, but all of our guests. They're telling the true story of how they reached their dream. They're not giving you some facts. They're giving you all the facts of their journey, which is kind of wild. I'm very grateful to our guests for opening up like that in a forum like this where it feels very comfortable in a living room type setting.
Yeah.
It really makes people, pays forward.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at people that were so generous of the journey, like Alan Stewart. I mean, he was fantastic. What an entrepreneur. What a business mind. What a mindset of just being a human being.
Mm-hmm.
He understands the human condition. He studies it. But was so open with his journey, so vulnerable, so willing to get out there and explain that it's okay to go through hardships and you will get over these hardships and become a better person and understand your personal development. That takes a lot to be willing to talk about that to an audience. What a class act, right? That was great.
Another one. He didn't talk about his product so much as he talked about how to get it out there.
Yeah.
How to sell yourself, how to really make your business thrive. Because most businesses, I believe, they fail on the first 2 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's very
keep it going. You have to do what Kelly and Alan does.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even look at ourselves as filmmakers, going through the pandemic, taking hits, coming then to a strike. Being in business for yourself, you are going to have to go through so many hurdles to get over these things. It is so easy just to pull the plug and say, you know what, why am I doing this? And to see other entrepreneurs on that journey and people that are at that success level being able to give you those, that's like almost, it's like taking a course.
Yeah.
You know, what they're giving to our audience members, we are so thankful for, because everybody that watches these episodes are getting like a crash course in how to actually propel themselves forward and not give up on their dream.
The main thing I see, and I say this a lot also, is that when someone else does it and shows you that they can do it, despite the hurdles that were presented to them and obstacles, it shows you you're not alone, that you too can do this. It inspires you to do more with your life and to not give up. I mean, this is what's so great. I can't wait till our next guest comes on.
Second season coming out. Yeah. We're going to have some incredible guests coming on. Very, very excited about everything. But let's take it back to the beginning of this season, right? We open up right out of the gate with somebody who's like a personal mentor to both of us. John Bianco.
Oh, yeah.
Opens up the Live Your Dreams podcast, episode 1. We got to say thank you so much, John, because, you know, he is such a phenomenal actor, director, writer. John can do it all. Yes. And to take the time to come out and really give that kind of knowledge to everybody shows what a class act John is. And John always supports the movies we do. He's done a lot of films with us. He's been around for a long time, helps us out behind the scenes too. Guidance. He's a great guy. what a phenomenal person to open up the podcast with him. That was a pleasure.
I mean, a pleasure and a mentor with that. But then there's some younger people also. We have like Austin or Zoe.
Oh yeah, you got me. Yeah.
If a 16-year-old like Zoe is inspiring to me. I mean, what kind of mentor is she going to be when she gets old?
Oh, you phenomenal. Are you kidding me? And it was interesting you said it. Austin and Joey are two musicians that came on besides, obviously, Gene and Andy, fantastic work within our company. But these two young musicians, Austin, I think, 26 years old, Zoe, 16 years old. Yeah. These people are phenomenal. And Austin, who goes by Spit phenomenal. Check out his new album. It's out there, 7. It's doing great on all these social media, or on every streaming platform, Spotify. Check him out. He is not only building a music empire, he's building a brand.
Oh, yeah.
He is building himself an empire through his brand, his name. Spit's out there. He has merchandise.
I know.
He's doing everything. What an intelligent person. And we actually met him through our friend Flory here at Treatise, who runs Awe. And she is also phenomenal, a group of self-development. Mm-hmm. She does some great stuff. We'll have links below to her courses that you can get to. And we met Austin and Alan through her.
Through Flory, yeah.
And that was fantastic. And you could see Austin being, in his mid-20s, all about personal self-development. That's a big wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Then we have other guys like George Christo.
Yeah.
Pastorello, 2 other mentors of my personal, life experience, good friends. They've worked with us. They've worked behind the scenes with regard to giving us some kind of good suggestions.
Oh, yeah.
With regard to career moves as well. I mean, it's amazing. When you work with people, you get further than if you work by yourself.
Oh, 100%. And it was great having their knowledge on board. I mean, they're both so smart in the business realm. George Pastorello, what a marketing guru he is. Yeah. Such an intelligent guy, understands old school marketing bred with the new way of how this new generation's moving. Completely great at internet marketing. And George Christo, what a mind. I mean, every time I talk to him, I don't care if I'm talking business or something personal. You're learning something when you step in the room with George Christo. That's a guy who understands where he is in a room and understands where he's going to be in life.
I put him up there with those Greek philosophers.
No, really.
That's the truth.
Anytime, even if we go to dinner with him, you're learning something. You're always giving pieces of knowledge. He's a very intelligent guy to be around. Very thankful for
goes back to that saying, I want to be the dumbest guy in the room so I can learn something. All right, these guys are super smart. I surround myself with good people, and good things happen.
We'll talk about good people. We got to have some of our personal workers that work with our company on, guys like Tim Reeves.
Oh, yeah.
Who is a phenomenal camera operator, cinematographer. He's been a producer. This guy is an award-winning filmmaker. He does it all. Tim is a dear friend of both of ours. He's been around the business for a long time. And have Tim come on and share his business knowledge. Not only has he been a camera operator in a lot of independent films and produced them, he worked for major studios as an operator in those rooms, shooting some of the biggest people in the world. He's worked for major TV studios. So getting to share his knowledge and the ups and downs of how that journey went, that was just fantastic having a guy like that on the show.
Tim, he's the behind-the-scenes guy who does a lot more than ever seen because he's behind the camera. Mm-hmm. But that takes them now. He's going to be getting to do documentaries.
Oh, yeah. No,
the guy is a machine.
He's a dynamo. Stop. He's that good. And then you get Gene Hale and Andy Letke, right? These guys are fantastic. Both 2 guys that have done over 3 albums with us.
Yes.
These guys are music gurus or geniuses behind the scene. What they can come up with is fantastic. I mean, the Uninvited soundtrack, I love it. What Andy did with Coco, and then 2076, it's just, are you kidding me? I'm so proud of having that album out there. They did a fantastic job on that.
Their score on the films is amazing. I mean, they remind me of people that I always idolize. Like we have Hans Zimmer, we have Trent Reznor, who came from Nine Inch Nails. These guys are really stand out. Tim and not Tim, but Gene and Andy. They're as big as those guys to me.
Oh yeah.
Films that how they make it sound like a complete orchestra. It's very full and perfect.
It's amazing, right? Yeah. And Gene had his own personal album, 5,000 Birds Part 1, that came out. Song Coffers. That's also part of the America 2076 soundtrack. What a song, right? I mean, that we are so proud of that song that we helped produce and make that song with him. What an amazing guy. I mean, really, that is such a sound.
Well, they made the whole. I mean, this is a TV series, 2076 America, right?
Yes.
It's going to be a TV series. Right now, it's a graphic novel with a soundtrack. It's painting the picture for everyone. You see as we go. We went to AFM in November.
Yes.
American Film Market, right? Over there, and we were showing people not only the voice of Zoe in this one of the songs, Can't Let It Fade Away.
Yes.
But people will watch, along with the graphic novel, showing them
Yeah,
it paints the whole picture. You could see how the TV series is going to be very impactful going forward.
absolutely. And talking about TV series, let's bring it up to our good friend Jody Matara.
Yeah.
That we had Coco with. You know,
right.
She's been a guest 2 times on the show, one of our dear, dear friends, and we're developing some TV series with her, working on her with a bunch of projects. But that I always love when she's on the show.
Oh, she's awesome. I mean, we have so much going forward.
Yeah.
We won the festival in Miami. We won the festival in LA for best woman director in a comedy, as well as you being the co-director, right? And then we have also now going forward, we have the other festival in Paris.
In Paris, that's going to be fantastic.
It's a great journey. It's great holding hands over the past 2 years or so with Coco, the film, Coco, the series of a bunch of other things in the works.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's been how good has that been? And then you have Deborah.
Yeah,
Deborah Twist, what a class act, what an incredible actress. She, again, somebody that can do it all.
Yes.
She's not just an actress, she's a writer, a producer, a director. What an incredible, incredible filmmaker.
Yeah.
She has a lot of great films that are out there right now on Tubi, Confidence Games. She has Sebastian. Check out a lot of her work. It is fantastic. I think Crazy Town just came out on Amazon.
Yes.
She is great. Really, Deborah is nothing but a class act. Such a spiritual, good person, too. You kind of just want to, like, her energy is just good. You want to be around her.
Yes, I always feel good when she comes.
Oh,
we try to meet her at a festival or in the show. She's just, she's consistent. She's consistently good. Very, very present, very there. Brings a smile to my face consistently. I mean, who doesn't want to be around her?
No, you want to be around her all the time, right? And really, what a fun person to be around. And you talk about people that are inspiring and fun to be around. I am blessed, Chris, you brought this individual to the show, Marcus Suarez.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? What an inspiring, amazing individual. He was fantastic.
I said firsthand. I know Marcus a long time. 8 strokes, kidney replacement.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost near death. Loses all his abilities. Paralyzed. Can't paint as he once was. A great painter, and you can see his work all around the world. Works with people like Elton John, Madonna, all these great artists, and he goes from losing all his abilities to gaining it back.
Yeah.
Really, stroke by stroke.
Yeah, stroke by stroke, absolutely.
Started with painting the eyes again, like he did when he was young, and now he's doing full. You know, he also merchandise too. He's printing.
Oh yeah. Everything doing great. Are you kidding me?
Work. I highly recommend seeing Marcus Suarez's work.
He's amazing, really. What an inspiring episode. And Dominic came on there too.
Yes,
Dominic was fantastic, and he has his own podcast. I'll put links below to that. He's in real estate. He's a brilliant in his world. I mean, you kidding me? Just what a great guy to talk to.
Yeah, he took on managing Marcus's work and moving him forward, which is fantastic.
Fantastic, great job. And I talk about managing work. Catherine, MWA Talent, right?
Yeah.
What an amazing agent. She is such a mover and shaker from all of her clients, represents top actors, models all around the Northeast, West Coast. She's doing it all, really. She has such a great roster. What knowledge she's shared about breaking into the business, how to be as an actor, how to be as a performer, and more important than just how to perform, how to get landing gigs, how to get paid for your gigs, how to become a working actor. What knowledge she was able to
share. And she went through something very similar during the time of the pandemic. She opened the agency in LA at the time, and the pandemic happened and ruined a lot of people's businesses. She didn't skip a beat. And top of that, she had a baby in between. She's a mother, and now she's doing things with kids as well. It's amazing. So everything from infants to adults, she's managing their careers.
No, she could do it all, right? I mean, really inspiring. And talking about inspiring again, Russell Trelecky.
Yeah.
What an inspiring. Are you kidding me? This man comes in here, spirituality on top of the positivity. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yes.
This is the guy that wants everybody in the world to smile. Successful martial artist, successful entrepreneur.
Yes.
He can do really everything. I mean, what does this guy do that he doesn't succeed at?
I know for years. Yeah. Jiu-jitsu alone. He won the competition first place in the world in 2017. He placed second in 2022.
Move Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
Doing fantastic. One of our proud sponsors as well.
Yes.
He did so well. Had a great showcase of his school.
Mm-hmm.
He is fantastic. Really doing some great things for that community. And you can't stop that man.
No, he's amazing. Yeah, and it's really, in this world, there is a way to live, and it's kind of following that spiritual path and being calm and just taking one thing in front of you, just one step at a time.
One step at a time. What a perfect transition to Chris Tardio. A man that really said it. Well, at first I didn't know I wanted to be an actor.
Yes.
And then once he understood that it all comes together, his life kind of came full circle. Mm-hmm. He wanted to be a writer. He loved the arts. Started dabbling into acting. Really got successful with it. came in Sopranos season 2.
Yes.
What a role as the ill-fated Sean Gismonte that comes in there in a famous scene where Michael Imperioli kills him in the parking lot. He did fantastic, acted alongside James Gandolfini, Stevie Van Zandt. He was around everybody. I mean, Tony Sirico, he was around all the major players in the show. What an arc.
He's a class act. He reminds me of old Hollywood.
Really? Well,
Everything about him.
Yeah.
He's got the looks. He's got everything of old Hollywood, and it's nice. And
he carries himself so well, doesn't he? Really, just carries himself to what a level of human being he is. That was such a fun interview. Really, I mean, really knowledge coming from him that was just out of control.
This has been quite a season so far.
Are you kidding me? I mean, really, we just begun. Yeah, we just begun.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, these guests are fantastic. You can't forget about Dominic.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? Domenico Del Giaco, the one and only Domenico Del Giaco. What a phenomenal actor. Yep. This guy's acting alongside John Hamm in The New Flesh.
Yep.
He could do everything. Really. He could do it all. And what a class act he is.
And the one thing I say about all actors out there is that we're kind of very resourceful, given the fact that you're unemployed after your job. You have to find another job. You have to submit. You have to go on auditions. You have to do all this work. Dominic is the epitome of someone who does the work on a daily basis. Not only is he in the gym taking care of his instrument with regard to the physical movements you need to make at times, there's also the reading and digesting and the positivity. In order to be, in this industry, you have to be positive because you hear a lot of no's before you get that yes.
Oh, you're going to get a lot of no's in every aspect. Doesn't matter if you're a writer, director, producer, podcaster. You're hearing no's everywhere you go, right? It's not always, you see the sponsors that come on board, you get a lot of no's too. You get yeses, you get no's. You can't be afraid to ask for something. People have to realize in this journey, anything easy is nothing comes easy. Right? If it's hard, it's worth it. You got to put the work in. You will have to realize that. It's a difficult journey. It really is. I mean, it's not easy.
Yeah, so if you're ready for a journey of your lifetime, you got to put the work in, but follow our podcast and actually see how people did it.
And that's the beauty of it, right? You can see every individual's journey of how they're doing it. And what's great is there's different varying levels of success. Everyone on there is successful.
Yes.
Everyone on there is following their passion, following their dreams. Mm-hmm. You could take somebody like Zoe, 16 years old. She already has an album out all around the world.
I know.
And for a best-selling graphic novel.
Yeah.
And she's coming out of the gate like that. Then you could take somebody again like John Bianco, who's had major roles in The Sopranos, Daredevil, just had a great movie with Adrian Brody, Clean. Then you have people like, George Passarillo in marketing that have built their own businesses up, various businesses. And you go to guys like George Christo that are entrepreneurs that are in real estate that are doing fantastic and making great sales, but again, had their own journey in going.
Well, part of the journey too, you mentioned George and George. They also have this giving back mentality too. The Summer in White.
Yes.
Night in White.
Night in White.
Yeah. Night in White they had for several years now. There could be another one this coming summer. It's basically for kids with cancer. They raise money to have a kid go to camp for the summertime for all.
Yeah.
And they get to bring a relative as well because this affects not only the individual but the family as well.
Oh, yeah.
And they giving back in that way. I mean, it's beautiful.
Talking about giving back, one of the most generous people I've met about helping people around him, the man who walks the red carpet at the Grammys, our man, etc.
Oh,
are you kidding me? What a man!
Yeah,
what a amazing talent.
Yes,
what is
very humble.
One of the most humble people, one of the most successful and humble people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah,
you would never gauge the success he had based on his attitude.
Yeah,
he carries himself like he's great, and he is. He's great at what he does, and you can tell he can perform, and you can tell he has the confidence of what he's doing. But he never comes across like he feels he's better than everybody. He's always pleases and thank yous and such a polite, amazing individual. We had the pleasure of going to watch him perform live at Times Square. Yeah. His daughter was out there showing her brand of clothing that was on the line. What an incredible experience that was, etc. And having him explain that knowledge of how he broke into the music industry, but not only that, how amazing he's been in film, music, everything. This guy's done it all too. I mean, what an incredible individual having on board there.
Oh, yeah, he's
Oh, yeah, he's just like, he's so good. Yeah. I mean, he can do it all. And what a friend. I mean, this is a guy, when you call him up and you want to do some work, never doesn't pick up the phone. Always available, really. Just an amazing, amazing individual.
Yeah, he is well.
That was fun. The Times Square thing was fun, wasn't it? That was great. That was such a good time being at Times Square with etc. Got to go see him right up on the stage. We're right there, brought us right backstage with him. Again, sees us walking up, makes sure we're brought right behind us, behind the barriers, right there to get the full view of everything going on. again, what a class act. Just a great, great, great individual.
Yeah.
That was fun. When you talk about people that are selfless, trying to be there for other people.
Yes.
Floria Treatise.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? What an inspiring woman.
She opens her home.
Opens her home, opens her mind, opens her vision. What she's created with awe is incredible. I mean, really, we had the opportunity to attend her events.
Yes.
They are inspiring.
Yeah.
The people that go through these courses and to see them transform from when you meet them in the morning to when these close out, you see a actual mental and physical transformation of how people carry themselves by the time they walk out of there. It's incredible what she created.
It's the truth, because she gives you tools to improve. It's basically a blueprint for success.
Yes.
She's over there. People don't even know that they're transforming while they're transforming. They're finding out. They have those aha moments as they realize, oh, I'm an ENJF. This type of personality type is really interesting to find that out about yourself.
No, it is. Are you kidding me? No, to see everybody like that there and to see them go through that. And she has been nothing but a class act. I mean, really, opening her home, helping us find some great guests to come on. She is somebody who's a great connector, a great entrepreneur, somebody that we can both consider friends. She's great, really. What an incredible enough.
Yeah, and always positive. Another one, just like Deborah. You see her, you put a big smile comes on your face. She's a very positive person.
Talk about positive and people to put a smile on your face. Who else but Steve Samuels? Come on now. What a guy.
Steve's always great.
Are you kidding me? Steve has been a friend for years for both of us. This is a guy. Talk about inspiring. And this, truly, are you kidding me? Yeah. What he has done with his career and his brand is astronomical. He can do it all too. Actor, producer, director. Steve, as a business mind, a mind for the craft, he gets it. Are you kidding me? Recently just had Monica. Has been at the Venice Film Festival. They're talking about Golden Globe potential for this film. They mentioned it in a potential Oscar nom.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Steve is a proud executive producer of this movie, and this is a guy that's inspiring across the board. Really.
Yeah, I mean, he's also another mentor to me. And with his respect to never stopping, guys are constantly reinventing himself, constantly capitalizing on what's important in the given time there's different things that happen at different times throughout the year.
Yeah.
The guy knows, almost like he's ahead of the curve. He kind of sees things coming. He jumps on there. He inspires us to do the same. I mean, I love going to support him at his events because I feel like I get more out of it than he does. It's just great. He always makes me laugh. He's a great person and to know and to work with, and it's really, really cool.
No, yeah, man. Really, really is a great guy. You actually get to have the great opportunity to be in a Great Kill season 2.
It was great.
That's coming out, and that looks like season 1 is fantastic. Everybody can look at it right now on Tubi. Steve does a fantastic job in this. He has a fantastic team around him. James, great director, did SLC Punk.
Yeah.
Really great people around him, and Steve's the star of this production. Yeah, it's really strong, really fun, and I'm excited you're a part of that. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah, I love working with Steve. I'm proud that he actually considers me good enough of an actor to be on his set because Kathy Moriarty and James D. Simone, these people are surrounded. They're really good.
Yeah,
really good, including Steve. So it's amazing just to be a part of that. I'm very, very grateful.
Talk about amazing talents of people in the business. Victor Colicchio.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah, I know. Summer of Sam. Sure you've seen that movie.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Mira Sorvino. Adrian Brody. What a film. He wrote this movie. He came up with the concept, pitched to Spike Lee, Michael Imperioli.
Yeah.
Victor is phenomenal. And not only is he a great writer, he's a phenomenal actor.
Oh, yeah.
He's always working.
Yeah. But I mean, just as Summer of Sam, I grew up in a time where this was a serious issue in Brooklyn that Sam was going around killing people.
Sure, yeah.
I love the way he did it. I mean, everything about the movie was really, it really hit home.
And hearing his story. Was fantastic. And I'll tell you, we both know Victor. What a class act. Again, another gentleman. Victor will go out and be around groups of actors. Never once holds himself on a pedestal.
Yeah.
He's friendly to everybody. He's telling jokes with everybody. Makes everybody feel like they're his best friend.
Yeah.
Right at home.
True.
You can approach him. Anybody can approach him. And he is such a friendly, humble, down-to-earth guy. But again, talk about laughing. He's always going to make you laugh.
Oh,
he's always doing something funny.
He's like a party.
Really, yeah. We will sit there talking with him for hours. just sitting in the corner telling jokes the whole time.
Yeah.
They'll keep you laughing from start to finish. He's a character.
Yeah, we go to a party of 150 people. We end up pulling it off to the side with him because he's very interesting.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious.
And really, you learn a lot from being around a guy like that. Grateful to become a friend of his. Grateful to work with him. I mean, really, what a great guy. He's just an incredible individual.
I mean, this is such an amazing season, and I mean, I can't even picture what we're going to have going into 2024 now. I mean, we have a lot on our plate, but I'm very excited to take this on.
I can't wait. Actually, I'm very excited. We're going to have our first guest coming on soon.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting him out. It's going to actually be Frank M. Callow.
Oh, yeah.
A personal mentor of mine, a dear friend, somebody who's done it all. Actually helped do The Believer, produced The Believer with Ryan Gosling, won Sundance in 2001, has actually studied with Elie Kazan, been around Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro. He's done it all, really. Also won Tribeca with Here and There. I mean, this is somebody who's coming on, first episode, season 2. That's going to be an exciting one. I'm very excited to have him on the show.
Well, so am I.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there's not many people I like to trade places with, but just what you mentioned that he's done, I wouldn't mind being in his shoes.
Oh, yeah. And again, we're opening season 2 with
Yes,
that. That's right. How do you, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great season 2. Season 1 was awesome. That's so many great people that came on board. I mean, what a year. I mean, really, I was so proud of this year that we had coming out of the pandemic, coming out of everything. Because again, it takes time to make movies, right?
Sure.
So even because of the 2022, 2021 kind of loss, that sets people back for years. I mean, we had projects that we were developing since 2017 that got shut down because of the pandemic. Things get shut down. Things get pushed for a long time. To be able to come into 2023, to have Coco released worldwide on many streaming platforms, Tubi, Amazon, Google Play Music and TV. It's all over the place. It's doing fantastic right now. The American film market is winning festivals all over the world at this point. It's all over. To have Coco released, we have America 2076, #1 in 3 categories on Amazon for weeks at a time, months at a time. Did fantastic alongside some other properties. Courageous Tommy.
Yeah.
We have another TV show for children. The book did fantastic that's out there.
Yeah.
Things are really going very, very well. What a 2023. And now on top of that, the Live Your Dreams podcast.
Yeah.
With these guests and helping people. Wow, what a year.
And when we say this not to impress you, but to impress upon you that you too can do the same thing. Don't ever give up, because look where that's happening. Yeah. We can't do film and TV. You write a graphic novel. We create a soundtrack for the graphic novel.
Yeah.
We have a podcast that comes out of this too. So it's like a phoenix rising out of the fire. Just when you think things are over, it's just begun.
Right? No, really. And again, no matter what, people have to realize, even we go through this, there's got to be times where you think, man, it's over. This was that bad. How do I write? How do I recover from this loss? I mean, again, think about it. 2020, we lose one of our biggest productions.
Yes.
Shuts down because of the pandemic. Then we go through not working for time. Then all of a sudden we start coming out of it and we're hit with a writer's strike, an actor's strike.
Yeah.
Very easy to say, you know what? I'm done.
I remember like it was yesterday.
Sure.
I remember when we did our first film during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Invited for the holidays.
Beautiful
And
film.
our own pocket, small, cute film for the holidays, made for the kids, basically.
Oh, yeah. No, Danny and his family did fantastic. Yeah. Ace, Kylie, Dan Gardner, the family, they did great.
Everyone did well. It was great to have, during the pandemic, having this, theatrical release over there. We had the premiere, I should say, and with the title on the marquee.
Oh, you kidding me?
The kids coming out of the limo. It was so special, so heartfelt to do. But after I see the numbers, and we thought the numbers were going to be higher at one point, they significantly dropped. And like, okay, so we're not going to make the money, the return that we would normally have made in the past. The whole industry has changed. So I said, which I learned from George Christo, figure it out.
Yeah.
We have to figure this out, because I'm not going to quit making films and TV.
Yeah.
And then the podcast comes about and the graphic novel comes about. And it's really just that, don't give up, just figure it out.
Yeah.
If you think hard enough, if you think long enough, you'll find the solution to the problem.
It's about surrounding yourself with the right people that want to live the dream with you.
Yeah.
Because they'll help you figure it out. They'll sit with you and they'll try to figure it out. It's very easy. It's very easy to be on the ship when everything's smooth sailing.
Yes.
Right? When it's like a cruise going down the Caribbean and everything is good and you're just like, yeah, this is great. We're laying back, we're hanging out, taking in some sun. Wait till you hit some rocks. That's when you want those people around you that can say, we're not jumping off.
Yeah.
We're going to figure out how to fix this. And you have to, because it's never just smooth sailing. People only see the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg. it's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's almost like almost impossible, you'll say, to most people.
Yeah. But nothing is impossible.
No.
I like the way they break up that word, I'm possible. It's not impossible, it's I'm possible. As long as you don't give up, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah. No, are you kidding me? I mean, I've felt so great inspiring other people. You know, when fans reach out to us and say they've appreciated the show, what a feeling. I mean, when you change somebody's life that watched it, said, I want to jump into the craft now, or I want to open up my company. I mean, how do you get a better feeling than that?
I had that feeling recently when I took my mother to the botanical gardens.
Yeah.
Someone that stopped us for a picture, and I mentioned about our podcast. I don't know how it came up in conversation, and the lady said, "Oh, it's the #1 podcast right now."
Yeah.
I'm like, "How'd you know?" So it was such a feeling, the recognition that this podcast that we're doing, that we go by the numbers, is doing well, but to actually recognized by a complete stranger was a feeling beyond. My mother was there. It was just so great.
Oh, she must have lied. I mean, your
My mother was.
What a supporter. She's always out there supporting.
Yeah.
She's always having fun. It was great. Always great seeing your family over at the premieres and everything. It's always
Thank you.
what a journey, right? I mean, to know everybody's families, your friends become family, and you know all these people. That's what's beautiful about this business. You really get to know everybody around you.
I know.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
How do you beat it?
No, I'm about top of the world.
So season 2 coming out. What are you looking forward to with season 2?
I'm looking to a bunch of new inspiring guests, because the feedback I've also been hearing from people is that it's not only educational, it's not only inspiring, but it's also educational.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if we can inspire people to be their best self, as well as we can educate people to be their best self. I mean, I didn't expect that I would have, or we would have, or the podcast would have this effect on people.
Sure.
But it's such a unexpected reward, because we just wanted to create.
Yeah. That's all we wanted to do. Yeah.
To create and actually affect people like that, that's all our dream. Tell stories around the world that can affect people, that they can identify with and make a difference in their life.
I don't think you can say it better than that, Chris. Hey, that's it. I mean, that's the second season.
Yeah.
Going to get even bigger, better. I can't wait to have these guests on every day. It's going to be so exciting. Really, this is going to be great.
I'm very excited.
I'm great. And again, we'd like to thank every one of our fans, really. Every person who's tuned in, every fan we have, every guest that's come on, all the sponsors, people that support us, people that actually look at the merchandise.
Yep.
Now we're going into that. I mean, incredible.
Yeah.
This has been such a journey making this happen, and I can't wait for a successful 2020.
Yeah, some of the other sponsors I think we may have mentioned before, but yeah, we have Coco the film. It was one of the
Yeah. Very proud.
very proud of our work, and working with us, they know our work. Politica, George Pasarella's company, another sponsor for us when we went to AFM.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. We have some exciting sponsors that we can't mention yet.
Yes.
But some really exciting people coming on season 2, which is going to be fantastic. Well, I'm telling you, Chris, this, again, I have had some of the best times of my life doing this. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying doing this podcast with you so much. Thank you for doing this with me.
You kidding me?
This is fantastic.
I mean, the worst part about making a film, which I love, we love making film, the fact that it ends. Right? And then we're not working together every day. But now we get to work together every day on the podcast when the guests come, on the behind the scenes, behind what goes on with making this possible in the first place. Yeah. Planning, scheduling. There's a whole lot that goes behind this, but it's great to have a partner like you I said this before on one of our interviews on TV, that all I need to do is match the energy that you have, and we're successful, because you never stop working. I love to work all the time. It's great. It's like it's just like a match made in heaven, as far as I'm concerned. We get to work together and do what we both love.
Well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate everything. This has been a dream. It really has. Really. Thank you so much. How can you say it better than that?
No, it's great.
Really. Thank you to everybody, to all of our fans for this year, for all of our sponsors, for everybody that tunes in. Thank you so much. I'm Joe Gawalis.
Chris Victor.
This has been the Live Your Dreams podcast, season 1, signing off. Starting next week, season 2, Frank M. Callow coming on to the show. It's going to be a very exciting episode. It's going to be a very exciting season. We can't wait. Have a happy 2024, everybody, and we'll see you next week.